Hello, everybody. Good to see you all there in the chat. Welcome, big welcome to the members as well. And Sarah S. Hip, hip, hooray. Thank you so much for becoming a member on the channel. Your support is so appreciated. All of you. All of you, let's make sure we hit that like button on our way in so we can get that notification out. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Natalie. This is Scientology Life After a Cult, where I recap in the mornings the Scientology news that has the internet buzzing and share about my 35 years in Scientology and how I left with 3 generations of my family. And get to do fun stuff on top of that, like get together with other creators, talk Scientology. Today is a big day in the world of Scientology. It is a big day for Scientologists because today is L. Ron Hubbard's birthday. Let me tell you, tomorrow is Thursday. Their week for their entire year ends tomorrow at 2:00. So they're like going crazy. Hello, is it L Jilly 76? Thank you. Hip hip hooray to you as well. Thank you for becoming a member. And Marilyn in the Vermont holler. Did you change your name, Marilyn? Thank you. Look at that. She gifted 5 Kellycopter memberships. That's so awesome. I love that. Oh, I always love the names. I love the names. So what's going to happen today? Today, I'm going to bring on Kellycopter. We are going to chat and we are going to look at, okay, if L. Ron Hubbard, if the gift to L. Ron Hubbard from Scientologists is expansion and straight up and vertical statistics, let's take a look at how Scientology is doing. And I think a good way to do that, and really a good way to look at any type of a good yardstick, tend to be Google reviews. So let's get Kelly. Let's bring Kellycopter up to the main stage.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome. I'm going to say hi quick to Hey Dan Walks in LA. Thank you for making the video. We loved it. Feel free to email me, Natalie at Life After a Cult, if you're doing other stuff, Scientology related, and you want to share a clip. I'll see if I can get it worked in there. Kelly with us all the way from London.
Hi.
Hello.
Very excited to be here and to look at some spicy reviews. I love a good
Some
review.
spicy
You know what I mean?
reviews. Yeah. I mean, I guess we shouldn't make assumptions because there could be some good ones because Scientologists do make reviews too.
That is true. How many of these do you reckon will be like fake versus like not fake, but like pushed reviews, forced reviews versus real ones? I'm going with like 70-30.
I think so because I remember, I don't know if you ever experienced this when you were in the Scientology, but when I was in the Scientology, I can remember multiple times towards the end because that was when, the internet, because I was leaving like between 2008 and 2010. I officially left in 2010, but I implemented my secret 2-year plan, started in 2008. And they would ask us to go do reviews even before that. And I don't know if I ever did any. I kind of don't think I did, but maybe it's out there somewhere. That would be funny. But we were
If
told
you
and
can
told what to say.
find
Mhm.
Natalie's review from inside the Scientology. Oh my days. What a
Yeah.
day.
Would you agree that one thing I was chatting about earlier with people here on the stream was how in Scientology there is this agreement that you are always going to put your best forward. Your life could be falling apart. You could be in more debt than you could handle. Your relationship could be crumbling. But if you're a Scientologist and somebody says, well, how has Scientology helped you? Oh, it's just changed my life.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's a real like cognitive dissonance thing, I think. I think the fact that people can ignore that other parts of their life might be suffering
Mhm.
and still go, oh, but Scientology helped me.
Yeah.
And can't see how that is conflicting. It just speaks to the brainwashing, to be quite honest.
Mhm.
You know,
You are spot on because it is the fault of the individual if they're not flourishing and prospering in Scientology. It's because they have misunderstood words or they just have overts and withholds. They're doing things against the church. Now, if you are succeeding, on the other hand, though, and your career is taking off and you are just like doing great in life, then it is because of Scientology.
Yeah. Anything where if it's going wrong, it's your fault, and if it's going right, it's a credit to the cult, then you are in a cult.
Yeah, yeah,
For
exactly.
sure, for sure.
It's kind of the telltale sign. Growing up in Scientology, that was always all I knew. So it was kind of, but then I remember leaving, and in time, as that cult culture kind of fell away, of realizing like, wow, I was so full of it. Like I convinced myself even of the narrative. I needed to believe the propaganda that Scientology was doing good in the world and helping people, and that maybe it just was me. I was the only one having issues, to just justify staying and being there. It's crazy the mental gymnastics you go through.
Isn't it amazing that probably every Scientologist feels like that? That
Yeah.
it works for everyone else but them, and
Yeah.
they're not allowed to talk about it with each other. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is so part of why, when you make it a suppressive act to communicate a desire to leave, you can never say you want to leave or that you are leaving, and cutting off everybody where you can't communicate. And it just blows my mind, because it's like, okay, if you think you have millions of members, as you say, there are millions of Scientologists, is what Scientology says, and you hold the key to saving mankind forever. Why can't your people talk to people?
Exactly. It's yeah.
Mental gymnastics. So I thought we would kick it off close to home for me, because
Let's do
I'm
it.
I'm in the Twin Cities, and I'm curious, what is the Twin Cities giving to L. Ron Hubbard for his birthday? What are they doing? So I'll read through some of these, and I want to get your reaction. So let's look at this one here from Gavin Martin. This is a month ago. They can show a nice face and nice atmosphere, but it does not hide what Scientology is and has done for the past 50 years in this country. They will make you feel warm at first, then everything is wrong with you. Oh my God, we were just talking about this.
Yikes.
And you can only, sorry, I lost my track. You can only be fixed with their teachings. They slowly find new ways to extract money from you. They will push you away from anyone with conflicting beliefs with theirs. You could call this a cult, but most cults I know aren't tax exempt. They got tax exempt through breaking the law also. Organization has been in the news for human trafficking, slave labor, and harassing members who try to detach from their church. Don't be played by Scientology. Stay away.
Only 1 star? I wanna know how they make you warm. Dizzy said it, they'll make you feel warm. How do they make you warm? I wanna know. Do they come and give you a big hug?
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's true. Well, maybe it's the love bombing,
Yeah.
right? They kind of like, that's the thing with cults, is they love bomb you in the beginning, and then you kind of get sucked in, and I think it kind of like makes people, their inhibitions kind of fall away. It creates this narrative where you feel like you're in this safe place, but you're not. But you're right. That's a
What kind of love bomb is it love bombing is it with this the personality test though, you know? Because a lot of people that's their first like point of entry, right?
yeah.
And they go in and they're told like their life is gonna get really bad if they don't do something about it now. How do
Yeah.
we interpret that as love? I don't understand. It's very strange, you know?
Here,
Or maybe
this is a great comment. D. Marie says, love bombing and then withholding approval like an abusive situation.
yes. Yeah.
Yes, that's
100%.
right. That's right. Amy Lee, hip hip hooray. It's a cult free day.
Yay! I love that you've reclaimed hip hip hooray. Good for you.
Thank you. Early on, it was just like, I thought, there's just so many things that I do want to reclaim. And it also makes fun of Scientology at the same time. And I know how much they hate that. It's just a bonus. It's just a bonus. All right, let's look at another one of these here. Hold on. What is that? Oh, there, made that go away. Okay. Here's one. E. Larkin. This is an older one. This is still in the Twin Cities. After being dissatisfied with the service, I asked for my money's worth back and sent all their stuff into them, and they did not refund me my money, but instead
Shocker.
they had created They had credited it to their place. I'm very displeased that they did not refund me my money. Yet they have called me multiple times to harass me and make me come back after I told them, no, I quit. And it's not what I wanted to continue doing. The level of harassment is insane and intense. I feel that it should be respected and not be harassed. Wow, that one's got 116 thumbs up. Now it has
Yeah.
116. I just liked it.
What are the rules on that? Because the money that you pay for these courses is they're received as donations, aren't they? Mandatory donations, which is such a
Mhm.
funny oxymoron, isn't it? But um can they even how can they get away with not refunding it back?
I wonder about that because there seems to be different situations where they do. And here's my take on it. I think that they will refund the money if their neck is on the line for some reason, in the way that Mike Brown shared in his story with his mother, Rosemary, where Scientology jacked up a bunch of her credit cards
Mm,
and she paid the money back. And then she did get that money back from Scientology, but only because you knew they were outright creating fraud and wanted to put a stop to it. But if it's an everyday person, I've seen it handled different ways. I know of a Scientologist who left and she got her money back, but I think it was money that was on account but not used.
yeah.
So it's kind of
Oh, yeah.
hard to say, but
My
it's
dad tried to get a refund, that got him declared.
oh really? Is
Yeah.
that why he got declared? Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's
tried to ask for a refund because he had done up to his, OT 5, right? So
yeah.
he's all up with the aliens and whatnot. And,
All up with the
yeah,
alien.
all up with the aliens. And, yeah, he asked for a refund and, they didn't give him his refund. They gave him a goldenrod instead.
Wow. But he didn't get the refund. At least if he would have gotten his money back, it would have been at least that much better.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see here. This one's
These are
like
all 1 star. How does the overall one say
I might be on
3.5,
the
but
lowest
all of
section.
these
In all fairness, let's just go with newest. Okay, here's a good one.
Yeah.
I've taken
Okay.
several life improvement courses here, and it's helped me tremendously in my personal relationships and a bit ability to handle challenges in life. The staff are very friendly and really care that people improve their lives in whatever condition it is in. I would recommend visiting here as they have so many resources to learn about you as a spiritual being and how the mind works. They also offer some amazing courses to help you study better. I learned more about how to study, how to learn in a 2 week, how to study, how to learn in a 2 week course here than all my years in private school and university.
Learning
Well,
how to learn, right?
exactly. It was learning how
Learning
to learn.
how to learn.
And not to be any way, but this sounds like it was written by a Scientologist because of this part here where it says they have so many resources to learn about how you as a spiritual being and how the mind works. Those are 2 literal Scientology, like, keywords that you hear all the
Yeah.
time.
Every time I've asked, like, talk to a Scientologist and they say this bit, it says it right at the top here. It's helped me tremendously in my personal relationships and ability to handle challenges in life. But they don't say what
What it
those
was.
challenges are. It's very general. I'm like, well, what, is it with your family, with your partner? Like, how has it helped you though? And
Yeah.
they can never answer it. They're like, "Oh,
Really
I
good
was in a
point.
low place and now I'm in a good place because I've gained this ability." It's like, be specific. This doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, exactly. Be specific. Here's another one. This one's a 5-star, Twin Cities. It's an amazing place. I learned many options for to learn more English. Okay.
They're doing language courses now? Oh,
I
no.
guess so. I mean, you know where my mind goes straight to that it's human trafficking, right? They cannot get people locally to join Scientology. And we saw this when Aaron and other people were protesting around Florida, around the Flag Land Base in Clearwater. And you would hear all these people from like Ukraine and
Yeah.
Russia. You rarely ran into somebody from the United States, and I thought that was very telling because it speaks to how many people they're bringing over, especially with the staff.
Yeah, 100%. There's some videos, I'll have to find them and send them to you, Natalie, because you probably like them. But there's some videos from inside like the Sea Org of them not getting paid, and they're from all over the place. There's like some recruited from South Africa, some from like Mexico and stuff like that as well. And they're all like, we were told we were going to have this new life, and now we don't get paid here. What the heck is this? We're working for free.
Yeah.
I'll have to find that clip and send it to you because it's wild.
Yeah, do. I would love to. I would love to
Yeah.
see that. Izzy's got a 1 star, no comment. Raquel Hermanson. Okay, this is the daughter of a Scientologist. I know who that is. The staff are nice and friendly, and their information center has a ton of info if you want to know what Scientology is. Now, all the years that I was in Scientology, I knew her mom. The mom never brought the kids in for Scientology, not for events, nothing when I was there. Maybe that changed later when she got older.
To be fair, it's quite a short review. So she might have been told, like, oh, can you please just leave us a review? Like, we're trying
Yeah.
to get our stats up. Can you just write one?
Yeah,
And she's gone,
exactly.
yeah, all right. They're friendly.
Yeah,
Like, she
and
might
she
actually
also
not be in there.
yeah, and it sounds like it because it's like, well, I can say the staff are nice and friendly, and the information center has a ton of info. That is it. Okay, this one, Anthony Burka, he's married to the executive director. This I know for sure. It is a
Oh,
huge
tea.
yeah, he's married to, or at least she was the executive director in the Twin Cities. I don't know if she still is. It's a huge, beautiful building, very well renovated. The Public Information Center will answer any questions about Dianetics or Scientology. And the people are knowledgeable and very friendly. A nice place to learn about yourself and life and spend time. It's open 7 days a week and will accommodate almost any schedule.
That's kind of creepy. I don't know. It does. It's why are they so obsessed with the renovations though? For real. They love the renovations, don't they?
They do because that is what David Miscavige said. David Miscavige said, if you build it, they will come. He didn't say that. He stole it from Field of Dreams, the movie. But that seems to be the belief. So they put, and this is very telling for me. And this was one of the things when I was in Scientology that I really had a problem with was the emphasis on putting lipstick on a pig. Let's renovate and have this building, but let's not take care of the staff. Let's not make sure they're okay. Let's not pay them a living wage so they can be okay. The people doing the actual work who are supposed to be clearing the planet, who cannot pay their bills, feed their kids, and often even provide clothing and basic essentials because Scientology doesn't pay them a living wage. How about you start
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. They're living in squalor, in poverty, and in suffering in a very pretty box, essentially, aren't they?
Yep,
You
exactly.
know?
Exactly. Let's see if we got this one's fairly recent. Oh,
Pictures.
a picture. It's got a picture. Let's see. Hello. It is not often that I leave reviews, but I know the value of this church and I have a lot of love and admiration for my friends that come here. So I thought I would share my own experience. Oh, good. Maybe this one's going to be personal. I've been coming to the Church of Scientology since I was little. It wasn't until recently that I started doing courses here, and boy, has it made a difference. I am more in communication with my family, friends, and coworkers. I don't freak out as much about little things that used to freak me out. I've become much more stable in life and know that things will only continue to get better for me and for those around me. It is really beautiful. It is a really beautiful feeling. I feel free to create. If you ever thought to check out the place, then go for it.
Feel
That's
free to create what? What is she creating? I would like to know.
yeah, I would like to know too. Carla Garcia. I don't remember that name, but I've been gone for so long. My
It's vague
experience,
again, though. I'm more in communication with this. I'm like, it's just so vague. I'm like,
yeah,
do you even know how it's helped you? Has it helped you?
yeah,
Or are you
specifically.
just buying the lie because you have to have a win in order to
Mhm.
not be, a complete POS in
Yeah,
in this place? I don't know.
yep,
It kind of almost makes me sad, because I just feel like, do they really believe it? Do they really believe what they're saying about how much it helps them?
yeah.
Because if they feel like you did, where when you said, I thought it worked for everyone else but me, I just imagine that there's
Mm,
loads of people that feel exactly like that, you know?
yeah, yeah. That That makes so much sense, and I think that really is the truth. It would be hard too to do these and, and feeling that way. Miguel says, "My experience were high expectations." So, but he gave
My
it 5
wait, what? My experience were high expectations.
Yeah, that's not a fake review.
No. Well, okay.
Okay, one more from
Gavin.
Twin Cities, and then we will move on from them. Gavin Martin, who is a local guide who's done 17 reviews here on Google, said they can show a nice face and nice atmosphere, but it does not hide what Scientology is and has done for the past 50 years in this country. They will make you
Yes.
feel warm at first, then everything is wrong with you. Well, wait, did we read this one? We did this
Yeah,
one.
we read this one. This was about being warm.
Yeah, yeah, the warm. We did that one.
we read
We
the
did
we
that
read
one.
the warm one.
We will go. We're going to go over. We're going to go over to Chicago, but I'm going to grab a few of these here so we don't get too far behind. Jen Nelson, Liz Ferris, and Maryland have renamed this Philip Gale Day. Liz Gale's brother. He passed away on this day. Yes, that's so true. I like that so much more to name it Philip
Same.
Gale Day. Absolutely. And we love Liz and send her just all the hugs and love and healing in the world. We do.
Yes. I love that
Uh,
idea.
yeah. Winston Smith gifted 10 helicopter memberships.
Winston, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much, sir.
And Fluffer Squirrel UK gifted 1 helicopter membership.
Thank you. I look at Fluffer's little profile picture. It's so cute.
I love
We
that.
love the squirrels. We love all y'all little squirrels out there. Thank you so much.
And now Fluffer Squirrel UK has the page, the channel here where there's the playlist for the different protests. That's another great resource for you if you want to do a video about protests. They're all on there. That's just an amazing job to do that. And Kelly, on
Yeah,
your
there's a
page,
list, isn't there, of all the protest channels from all over the world. Anyone that's doing that, you can find that on Fluffer Squirrel UK's channel. Yeah, it's epic. Very,
yeah,
very handy.
it is very epic. Miss Mary became a member of your channel
Oh, thank you. How can you tell like which channel it is for?
because there's a paperclip looking thing next to yours, and then mine doesn't have that, at least from the way I see it, where I see it.
Oh, okay, fine. Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Miss Mary, and then Cool Blue 64. Thank you. Became a member of my channel. Hip hip hooray. Winston
Hey.
Smith, thank you so much for the support and for gifting 5 Scientology Life After a Cult memberships. That is fabulous. Meanwhile, Amy, I love that. I love that it's on today as well. Amy Lee,
Absolutely.
Hip Hip Hooray to Cult Free Day. That's on your channel.
Whoop,
And
whoop.
Anna Tressler, thank you so much for that. Eclectic Jen became a member. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Hip
Awesome.
hip hooray. And Electic Jen became a member on your channel as well.
Yay! Oh, the memberships are so great, you guys. It really, really does help us. Supports the channels and helps us to keep making content. So thank you so much for that. We love it. Have you got like a name for your members? What do you call them? Do
Yeah.
you have a
The Naughty Never Ends. That's the
the
first one.
naughty never ends? Very
It's the Naughty
nice.
Never Ends. And then it's I'm going blank. Naughty Never Ends. The squirrels. I know there's a squirrel one. Maybe it was suppressive squirrel. And then a not
Love it.
today Satan. And then my highest level is the suppressive person.
Oh my gosh.
So if you want to go full SP, if you want to go full suppressive person, you can.
Wow.
In fact, you know what I should do is make certificates for people who join that level.
Yes.
Here's
Oh
your
my gosh,
suppressive
everyone
person.
gets
Oh, I
yeah, they'll
need
get
to
their own goldenrods and they can be officially declared.
100%. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Well, isn't it crazy that a certificate from you calling them a suppressive person
Yeah.
is as valid
Mhm.
as a certificate from the Church of Scientology?
Yeah, exactly. I never got a copy of my suppressive person declare, so I feel a little like, "Hey,
No.
why didn't I get that?" It was about the time when they stopped sending them to people because there were so many.
What about suppressive texts? You know, like just at least text me, babe. You know, like give me
Yeah,
the heads up, give me some
yeah, shoot me a
closure.
text. An emoji
Shoot
even.
me.
I mean, come on. Come on, Scientology. Liz Ferris, you are too kind. I love you both so much. Philip Gale Day. Hip hip. Hooray.
Hooray! Yes.
Philip Gale Day. I love that. I love it so much. Okay, let's go to Chicago. Let's go to
From
Chicago and talk about some of
Chicago.
these. Yes, and I have to say, I am the world's biggest ding dong, and I will tell you why. I have been meaning to do a live stream with Shannon in Chicago, and I had scheduled it yesterday, but then I did a live with that was really rough, and I took some really good advice and I took a step back, and then I had rescheduled it with her. I put it in my calendar for Thursday. I completely spaced it that it was supposed to be today. So I went in and I texted her. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm a complete idiot. I messed this up. I'm so sorry. I'm mortified. I put it in the wrong date." And then I didn't hit send. So I
Listen,
completely my apology I want to publicly apologize to Shannon in Chicago because I completely messed up on that. I'm a ding dong. I'm so sorry. Hopefully we'll be able to get to that. Hopefully she will still be willing to come on despite my time management issue. Okay, so we're going to
can
so
you do a Chicago accent?
oh gosh, I don't think I can. I feel like they're really I feel like when I try it becomes a little more Boston, Chicago. Is it like
Boston? I
that?
don't know.
Chicago.
I feel like these reviews will have some vibes if
Oh,
it's an
totally.
accent. But I can't do a Chicago accent. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It'd be good if I
You
could, I
go for
would
it.
read them in a Chicago
Looks
accent.
pretty. Looks pretty.
Looks
But they
pretty.
blocked off the sidewalks during a ceremony recently. No, I can't do it. It's too hard.
We'll just end up
No.
offending all of
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Chicago, I'm sorry.
Yep. So the Church of Scientology of Chicago does have a 3.8 star rating here on Google. So kind of slacking there for not really giving LRH what he wanted, Scientology in Chicago. Sam White says, looks pretty, but they blocked off sidewalks during a ceremony recently, making Chicago more inaccessible to people with disabilities. As someone that knows a lot of folks that have accessibility needs, that doesn't make me want to visit.
That's so bad. But
I
we know
know.
how they feel about they don't really want to help people that have disabilities. Like
Yeah.
it's awful, but their Scientology's so like, listen, if you're disabled, then your best bet's to just start again. Like how disgusting is that? It's just an
Yeah.
outlook on people. Like I just
Well, and L. Ron Hubbard said, he said that Scientology is to help the able become more able. They're very clear about that in Scientology. So they don't think about these things about people with accessibility issues and who need that. And I don't know if you caught it, Kelly, but in Los Angeles yesterday at a hearing for La Poubelle, their conditional use permit that has to do with their, I think it has to do with their liquor license. Excuse me. They were, kicking the can down the road to November, and literally Michael stood up and spoke out for people with disabilities to say, hey, that tent thing that they put out there blocks the sidewalk and you cannot get a wheelchair past it. And he was out of order, as they said, before they kicked him out. But he made a great point and got it hopefully on the record there that we need to
yeah.
advocate for people with disabilities.
Yeah, 100%. Once you start making spaces inaccessible like that, it's just, yeah. I'm glad he stood up and said something for sure. I
Yeah.
didn't know about that yesterday. I honestly am amazed you managed to keep up with all of what's going on. And I'm sure I'm not alone, as in your show's the one I'll come to catch up on all of what's happened.
I appreciate that. I'm obsessed, and I have a lot of amazing people who keep track as well and email me, Natalie at lifeafteraccult.com, with their links and clips and their thoughts on things too. So it is a true team effort. It takes a village to bring down a cult. It
Yes.
truly
Well, your
does.
village is wonderful. Shout out to Natalie's village down there.
Yeah, the village is fabulous. So this is in Chicago. Miguel, 1 star. Don't believe the reviews. They are all manufactured. This is an MLM disguised as a religion that's goal is to use you for free labor to sell their scam book Dianetics. They try to get you to convert others to Scientology and take your money for their courses and books. Don't fall for their shady tactics. They prey on people who have a lot of personal problems and tell you that they have the answers to as to why your life isn't going well to rope you in if you join. Soon enough, they'll have you cutting off contact with friends and family and label them as suppressive people. Not to mention that they don't stop contacting you if you give them your personal information. Don't fall victim to this scam. Then there's a response from the owner. Thank you for your comment, not a review, but this is not based upon any experience within our church. Please find, and then it gives the link. This is from someone who has worked with the Pope in the past and factually done research as to what Scientology is. Wait, what?
Not name dropping the Pope. What?
Wait a minute. That's Scientology's response?
This is from someone who has worked with the Pope in the past and factually done research as to what Scientology is. So I guess it's somebody, their stand league people. They have like independent religious defenders or whatever.
Yeah.
That will probably be one of those people. That's my guess with that.
Whoa, but it's like one thing, fine, say the part about, they didn't really have an experience, blah, blah, blah. But to throw in that
Didn't they though?
You're some because this is saying that the person who's the response from the owner that they worked with the Pope in the past, right? And have done research as to what Scientology is. That's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's the link. It's that link, I think, is what it'll be. It'll be religious.
Oh,
religious
gotcha. Yeah,
expertise.
Scientologyreligion.org, religious expertise, Scientology, a true religion. Yeah, because anybody that worked with the Pope just automatically, yep, nope, we're taking that. We're totally going to buy that, even if it's Scientology.
I can't believe they name dropped the Pope. Disgraceful.
That's next level. That's not okay. Well, Alex here says, don't recommend this church, in quotes, is a Scientology group that scams, wants your money. You will work for them for the rest of your life. They will make you sign a billion-year contract, won't have access to the internet. Search up Scientology before going inside their building. It's on TikTok. It's a cult and a scam. They will tell you your life is messed up.
The all caps. You got to do the all caps.
Yeah, in all caps. Don't fall for this cult of Scientology. Oh, and then it's got the same response. And again, they invoke the Pope.
The poor Pope, man. What has he ever done to deserve this?
No,
honestly.
Don't drag the Pope into Scientology.
Somebody, I can't click on it, but Hank in the chat has just put Pope Tech.
Pope, here, I got it. There we go. Yes, Pope Tech. It is Pope Tech. They are literally trying to position Scientology with the Pope. Oh my goodness.
Well, technically, David Miscavige is Scientology's Pope, right? That's the equivalent somehow.
Yeah, that is true. That's crazy. Remind everybody, hit that like button while you're here and make sure you check and hit that subscribe button on both our channels.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I love when Confident Chris does his hell no. I got to check if he's got
hell no.
Because I want it. Well, let's take a look. What else in Chicago? Sean here says, my friend Mark told me to come here. Interior is nice, but the bathrooms are kind of dirty. They also expect you to read. Not very inclusive for those of us with an elementary reading level. And then there's a response. Dear Sean, thank you. And I apologize that your visit was not as you expected. And maintenance has rectified the cleanliness issue. Regarding the materials.
Wait, maintenance is their staff, right?
Yeah.
Maintenance are people that have been punished because of this commenter. 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah, like it's funny to read this stuff. Like, I'm living for a bathroom review of Scientology buildings, but at the end of the day, whoever's replied to this, somebody has been punished for this. That's what makes me sad.
Yeah, because the bathrooms were dirty. Here's what's weird to me too, Kelly, is the response, right? Regarding the materials, I suggest for your to look at the following links. These are videos which will help you if you have issues with studying. So then they give links to different Scientology books. But the thing is how they include in the response that maintenance has rectified the cleanliness issue. One of the rules in Scientology public relations is you never repeat the enemy line, which means when you go to never defend, always attack, you don't point out what the person said because that's considered an enemy line in Scientology, which makes me think
Yeah.
like, are the local staff who aren't trained answering these themselves?
Well, there's also like the business thing, right? Like if you go on Twitter and call out some local business for doing something shady, they
Yeah.
have to go, "We hear your response. We we
Mm.
we acknowledge your response, and we will try to fix this in the future." And that is what people want to hear most of the time. They want to know that. Um, so I wonder if they've had to kind of if they did the Scientology thing and just
Mhm, mhm.
completely bulldozed over it,
Yeah,
um, it would just be a PR nightmare, I think.
that's so true. Sherry says, "Hi, Kelly and Natalie. Question, Natalie, do you know of other Scientology orgs in Minnesota outside of the cities? Love you, ladies." Thank you, Sherry. No, that I know of, there is no Scientology organization outside of the one in St. Paul.
Which
That
is
is
a
the
great
only
thing. It's a great thing for America.
Oh, this is funny from Love Maddie. Love Maddie says, Natalie, I got a call from an org, said LRH birthday celebration is on the 30th. Sent you the recorded phone call voicemail. Thank you, Love Maddie. I haven't
Oh
been
my
in for over 43 years. They got my non-published landline phone number.
you get some of the juiciest stuff ever. That is so cool that
I get the
you
tea. People bring the
you
tea.
do. You get the hottest tea, I swear. That's what so there's a party on the 30th. That's what I'm gathering from this.
Yeah, I've been waiting
Where
to
is this
find
party
out when
happening?
are they actually holding the birthday event at the local organizations, because it seems like they do it live and then they tape it and then they send it out, they edit it and send it out to all the orgs, and each org has their own birthday event.
So do they I've never worked on staff for them, so obviously this is kind of not my wheelhouse, but
Yeah.
on this birthday game thing, is it just like basically they talk about all their results and stats and blow
Yes,
smoke up each other's asses and someone has to win? Is that
completely.
how it works?
It is all smoke and mirrors. It is a North Korea level propaganda event to show Scientologists where all of their money is going. So keep that in mind. If you needed to show these people like, "Hey, here's where we're putting your money. Here's how we're actually truly helping people." And it's propaganda because so much of what they're showing or making it look like they did is very easily unprovable.
So they're fake. The facts are fake. The stats are
Yeah,
fake.
some of
It's
them
all
are.
fake.
Yep, some of them are, and they don't use this even when I was on my best day in Scientology. I wondered, why do they never show the same statistics event to event? If they're talking about number of books sold, why not show the same one each time so you can truly see? They only show the statistics that they can show as looking straight up and vertical, and some of them are just dumb.
So is it similar how we were talking earlier about you feel like Scientology doesn't work just for you, but it works for everyone else. With the stats, do you know within your org that those numbers are a bit skew with, but you think, well, nobody else would have done that, so
Yeah,
we need to make
yeah,
sure we look as good, but
yeah.
everyone's lying.
They do well, ultimately, the people who put the numbers and the statistics together will take things out of context and put it in a way that it makes it look I think that happens at, like, the golden era productions level when these all these different numbers are being put together, they're cherry picking which ones and how they can have some type of comparison to make it look like it's true expansion. But if all of these are really true expansion, when I was in, I was like, "Okay, then why don't we see that? Why are there only 80 people here in the room with me?" And it's the same 80 people all the time, year after year, maybe with a couple few people here and there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all propaganda. And Anna says someone needs to let the Pope know their title is being used in vain. Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Tweet him. Tweet the Pope.
Tweet him. Tweet
Everybody
him.
tweet him. Did you win your birthday game? I know you were doing your birthday game thing. Did you hit
Oh,
your
we're still doing
whatever your
it. We're
stats
still
were?
doing it. I wanted to hit
What?
20,000 by today, but we'll hit it this month. We're at like, I don't know, 16.5 or 7 or something. So
Oh, yeah, definitely. Guys,
yeah,
if you're
expect
not
to hit it.
subscribed, do it right now. Let's let Natalie win the birthday game. Come on.
Playing the birthday game. Straight
Even if
up
we're
and
playing it.
vertical. Anti-Scientology. We'll show them what expansion really looks like.
Yeah. Let's show him.
So this one in
Subscribe,
Chicago.
even just to spite them.
Oh, I'm super petty when it comes to Scientology.
You pay? No.
So check this one out. A temple to a scammer and science fiction writer.
Stunning. Beautiful.
And this one, if you care about your kids, don't join them.
That, you know what? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this
Thank
one,
you for your comment, not a review.
yeah,
Oh, it's
thank
the
you for your
same comment
comment.
as
Not a
before.
review. Yeah, it is. But this is not based upon any experience within our church. They send you to a website, and same thing. This is from someone who has worked with the Pope in the past and factually done research as to what Scientology is. Wow. Okay, what is going on in Chicago with the bathrooms? Toilets are always broken here. Now, I guess we should give them the benefit of the doubt that in their new building, because they just opened their new building not 2 weeks ago. So maybe this review was done prior to that in their old space where the toilets
Mhm.
were always broken. I mean,
Maybe, yeah.
if you can't
They
keep a toilet fixed and running, how am I supposed to entrust you with my life?
Yeah. How am I
This
gonna achieve spiritual enlightenment? How am
Yeah,
I gonna be cause over life if I can't even be cause over my toilet?
exactly. I'm gonna be distracted if I can't use a bathroom. Can you imagine? I mean, let's just think about for a minute, what does that look like then in Chicago at the organization if the toilets are always not working? I automatically go to the smell. It's just weird. Maybe they bring in porta potties. Okay,
That
one more
pig
from
tech.
Chicago. Yeah. Not friendly people. That's what Jason says. But there
Oh,
is a
no.
response, and the response is, "Hi, Jason. I'm sorry if you found the people unfriendly. We strive to always create a warm and welcoming atmosphere for everyone."
Poor Jason.
Poor Jason has to like, do that one and talk about that, and I just feel bad
It's
for
so
him.
not an apology as well. I'm sorry if you found the people
Mhm.
unfriendly. It seems like a you problem.
That
Like,
sounds
they
like a
might as well
totally
have just wrote that.
totally. Blow drill, you are killing me, Dylan. Says, "You're responsible for your own pooping conditions."
Yes.
You are responsible. And Veronica's asking, and are the bathrooms ADA accessible? Good point, and I doubt it. Good point, and I would really doubt it. Dylan and I are going to do Dylan, I sent you a text today to confirm, and I want to make sure I hit send because I did that earlier and I did not. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, good. It'll still work. Fabulous. At least I hit send that time. Okay, so
She's a
let's
busy
see.
YouTuber. You're all up in everyone's inboxes. I love it.
I got the menopause brain fog, actually, is what I think is going on. And I was like, I should have hit that send button. So who is this? Oh, this is Church of Scientology Los Angeles, the home, the home of Scientology. 3
I
points.
want to read the 2-star review. What's the 2-star review? Because that's such an most people work in extreme, so I want to know what the the
We have to see if
2-star
we
one
can
is.
find it. Let's see. Well, here's a 1-star. It's a cult. They lie to you and say it's a free stress test, but then they try to sell you a book and you have to pay to earn OT levels. It's a scam. Oh, this is interesting. Lurch touched me inappropriately as I was walking down Sunset Boulevard.
If that's
Oh,
true, report that. Report that to the police if that is true.
definitely. Ash says, "My goodness, what can I say?" Now, this is
Lukewarm
before the
chicken
protest,
nuggets with
2 years
those sauce.
ago. My goodness, what can I say? Lukewarm chicken nuggets with no salt. I'm so annoyed. Coffee was okay, but Elron cupboard. And it got 15 likes.
In the
16
like
because now I'm
in
liking it.
uh,
Uh-oh. Something tells me this one is not gonna be a good one. Amy says, bottom tier scum. My boyfriend and I were walking towards the train station, and by now we know that there are those men in white button ups and black slacks who stand around trying to get you to take a test through the Church of Scientology. As we were passing by, we said no thank you to their flyer and made it clear we didn't want to speak to them. Both men harassed us continuously as we stood waiting for the light to turn green so we could cross the street. One of the men then proceeded to try and introduce himself and even went as far as to ask if my boyfriend's name was Jose. I suppose because he's native and has dark skin. I let him know how incredibly racist that was. He didn't apologize and still tried to give us his flyer. Oh my goodness.
that is messed up. Sorry for your experience, Amy. What the hell?
Yeah, that's really messed up. And the irony too, right? Because they feel harassed by protesters who follow the recruiters, whereas really it's like it's a dose of your own medicine here.
Yeah, they're the ones going out collecting fresh meat or no, is it raw meat? What do they call
Raw
it?
meat.
Raw meat or fresh
Yeah.
meat? Raw meat. Ugh.
Mhm.
Like they that's what they're doing. So
Yeah,
have
that's
a
where
taste of
they're at.
that. Have a taste of that, Scientology.
John Van Geest says, I'm now picturing a secret holy war between the Chicago Catholics and the cult of Scientology.
It's like we work with the Pope. No, we work with the Pope.
Yeah, now we
The
work with
Pope.
the Pope. We know people who know the Pope, okay?
We
It's so weird. That's you know what? We gotta send those to
the
Shannon
Pope.
and the protesters, the Pope, but definitely ones in Chicago and the Chicago Catholic Church. Like Scientology is trying to position themselves with you all. Just not right. All right, let's see here. Angry gay Pope. He's a Scientology protester.
Mm-hmm.
This building was purchased by the Church of Scientology as part of their real estate scam. When I went there, nobody was around and it was MLK Day. Video kiosks don't work. They try to get you to sign up for courses and counseling. We wandered around unsupervised and saw computers running Windows XP, which Microsoft said was a security risk years ago. It's all a big scam, and the church makes money off a huge cell phone tower assembly on the property. Huh. I don't know what that means.
He seems annoyed that the video players weren't working as well. It's like even the stuff you are trying to sell is not working, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing too. That's a really good point, actually. It's like the stuff that you're working on. Then we just got some seems almost predatory to have such an organization in such a community. Vultures.
I like Eva's. Nope, don't like it.
Nope, don't like it.
That would that's my favorite so far.
Nope. Overrated with 1 star. Secta, cult, beware.
Mhm.
I noticed
Es
there's no
una secta.
yeah. Well, look at here's kind of a good one. It's a 3 star. Nice looking building inside also. Great time for family event. Wow.
Mm,
This guy gave
okay.
him this person gave them 3 stars. Nice people, kinda push to have people buy their products. So that's
It's all
Los
about
Angeles.
stats though, isn't it? Like it is about money. It's about
Mhm.
making money
Yeah,
and that they are it's hard to also be mad at them because they are under so much pressure to do that or else they're literally like an actual piece of garbage, you know.
yeah,
But it's got to stop somewhere. It has to stop somewhere, I think. Yeah,
exactly,
I think it's
exactly.
bad for everybody involved. Everyone.
Mhm, it just doesn't help, and you would think at some point, because some of these reviews are, a couple of years old, where, why not do something to handle that or correct that? And that's the thing about Scientology, because they feel they're in the right because they're doing exactly what L. Ron Hubbard said to do. And when it doesn't work, they need to convince themselves that it's because of everybody else. It's because of those suppressives out there and squirrels. Okay, so why is Andrew asking, Kelly, can you show me some Kleenex tissues, please? Is that an inside joke? No?
Not an inside joke that I'm aware of. So
I thought maybe you had a fancy Kleenex tissue box or something.
no, I've got my bus. That's all I've got with me today. I've got my Lego bus. So no Kleenex.
No Kleenex. P and Wildflower Flower Gal is asking, do the LA Blue buildings have elevators inside? They do. They do have elevators. Let's see. Yeah, that they do. Because I'm trying to think. In Lebanon Hall, there's an elevator. In the main building, there's an elevator. In the Advanced Organization of Los Angeles, there is an elevator. So yeah, they do. Now, hopefully they work. Do you know where Kansas City is? Missouri? It's a little down south from where I am. We're going to go take a look at, take a look at those ones. This is the Church of Scientology of Kansas City, and Michael gives them 3 months ago 1 star. I give it 1 star because one person cared. Other than that, they don't care about you, just the money you give them. For me, just show love for the people. Wow.
I gave it 1 star because one person cared. What does that is in like in relation to them? Is that what they're talking about?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's a bummer. Karch says, brought my friend here and he found out about Xenu and burst into flames. Bad experience. Okay, that is unfair to Scientology because you don't burst into flames when you find out about Xenu. You get pneumonia.
No.
L. Ron Hubbard said if you discover the story of Xenu and the body things, that you would get pneumonia and die.
On what grounds though? Like, I don't understand how that can even happen. Is it the
Well,
body thetans that give you the pneumonia? Is it like some unresolved feelings about Xenu? Like, why is it? Is it because you were frozen at once upon a time? So you get
maybe.
restricted? Like, what's the reason?
Well, the way that it's put is that if a person is not ready to receive that information, this confidential data, really it's all about putting a value on this confidential data. Scientology is about putting that carrot out front and making you feel special when you donate large sums of money. Then either you're a really good person because you donated $80,000 to the International Association of Scientologists, whatever it is, or you've paid enough money. It's status. You have this status because you are an operating Thetan. And nobody
There's
cares.
so many of these protests and things have had people talking about Xenu and yelling about Xenu. They're not dropping dead of pneumonia.
No,
It's not
no.
happening. So Scientologists have seen that that is a lie. They know that that's
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah, you'd think. I mean, I think every bit of that, every time. I know that when I was in Scientology and having my doubts, a lot of it came from realizing that things I was told were not true. They were easily provable on the internet. And so they really shoot themselves in the foot when they lie like that to members. Kelly Ann gifted 10 Kellycopter memberships. Woohoo!
Ah, yay! Thank you so much, Anne. That was very, very kind of you. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you.
Hip, hip, hooray.
Hip,
So what
hip,
else?
hooray!
Let's see what else Kansas City has to offer. I guess it would make sense that they set up their church in the old bank building.
Nice.
Very telling, very telling. Joe here says, been trying to get my refund for some quote tools that were shoved down my throat. I have the workbook, just prefer my money back. They promoted themselves as a healing group on Meetup, only to realize they are just selling stuff within the hour. Oh, so they created a Meetup because on Meetup, right? Isn't that a website and an app where you can get together with like-minded individuals?
I've never heard of it, but I
I
guess,
think
yeah,
it is.
maybe.
I think it is on Meetup. And it turns out they were just there to sell their stuff during that hour. It makes so much sense.
Wow.
Vanny here says, "Stay away. Free my man Sebastian."
I wonder how he's doing. I feel like it's gone a bit quiet on the Sebastian front for a while.
Yeah, I think they got him hid away, hid away. He was
Oh
becoming too much of a
no.
problem. I tried to call at 8:22 a.m. this morning because I am confused and looking for advice on life, but no one answered. I wanted to see if we would be welcome. Please help us. We need a place to feel safe. I'm going to try to get there this Sunday at 6. Be blessed. Interesting.
That kind of thing scares me because it always reminds me of, people seeking refuge and stuff like
Yeah.
that that might be looking for that. Like which org was it that there was I think where there was lots of like Ukrainian people living upstairs, like
Mhm.
they'd clearly come there from to seek refuge, and I'm scared of people doing that because they then get roped into just poor labor conditions essentially,
Yeah.
whether they believe in Scientology or not.
Yeah.
Um,
That's so true. It's vulnerable people tend to be the biggest targets for Scientology. Vulnerable people with either a wallet or vulnerable people who can work, who can be
mm,
slave labor, because that's how they often get them from other countries, and then they hold on to their passports. I mean, literally Serge on his channel talks about that all the time, how they held on to his passport and he wouldn't have been able to leave, and how many people that happens to. It's a thing. It's a whole thing.
it's a real thing, guys. It's really happening right now.
Yep, Scientology, a cult with dirty, busted up bathrooms. I think that is
Dirty
that is
ass, dirty ass, busted up toilets.
Let's grab a couple from Celebrity Center while we're here. So this is Celebrity Center in Los Angeles. And Kenneth says, "These people are nuts. They came out of the woodwork to recruit me as I walked down their sidewalk. Feeling creepy overwhelms you as people lurk around watching your every move. The money they spend in recruiting alone would make you vomit. The real estate they own puts everything into perspective of what a deceitful money grab this entire organization is about. I feel bad for their sheep. We visited 3 locations in the area that were beautiful pieces of property, but the campus was absolutely terrifying." Oh,
Tell us how you really feel.
yeah, that was intense.
That was good though. That was a good review. And yeah, there is an uneasy feeling. Like I went to the London ones
Yeah,
a while back, and people do lurk. They lurk around. They're watching what you're doing, and it's I think it's because they're there to help, right? They're there to try and
mhm,
help you,
mhm.
but they don't know how to talk to us normies.
Yeah,
Like there's communication, which is so ironic because you should be
yeah,
able to communicate with anybody, is not there.
truly.
It doesn't exist.
Wow,
Us
it's just
us
so
pieces
bizarre.
of meat.
Yeah, they don't learn and still call people raw meat. Oh, I just cannot with them. Okay, this is Celebrity Center Los Angeles, which is the Celebrity Center International, and Dog's Toy. And here's a new one. This is a week ago. They try and get you to come inside and do a 15-minute personality test. Okay, number 1, no one can do it in 15 minutes. It's 200 questions.
Yeah, it's
What they
impossible.
Yeah. What they don't tell you is it can take 3 hours on the minimum. Then they try and sell you a book. You can't buy the same copy on Amazon. No, you have to pay the $60 for their copy. It's all a money grab. Speaking of money grabs, what kind of church makes? Not not ass makes you pay to join and contribute to be in their church. It's not a church, it's a cult, and not the good kind.
Yeah.
Not the
They're
good
still
kind.
pushing DVDs. They still push DVDs, which
What?
I find crazy because who the hell even watches DVDs anymore? When I went in there, I did the personality test, but I went in armed, right? So I had downloaded the book, the Dianetics book on Audible.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I already listened to it." I did not listen to it. But I was like, "I listened to it, yeah." And the guy, he was like 20, and he literally went, "Oh, good. So are you assimilated now?" I was like, "What?"
He said that?
Yeah, and I cracked up laughing because I was just like, "Brother,
Oh
brother,
my
are you
gosh.
assimilated now?" No, I'm not assimilated
You're
now.
assimilated now. You are
Are you
assimilated.
assimilated? Are you stimulated now?
John
Sponsored by
says,
Audible.
that's right. John says, I mean, they still use XP. Why wouldn't they use DVDs?
A fair point. A very fair point.
Although Patty said she watches DVDs, which that's totally cool, Patty. It's the fact that this church who, they just they have all the money to use all the modern things. Do you think it's because Scientology produces their own DVDs and CDs at the gold base? Could that be
I
it?
think it's like a longevity thing, right? So like Patty as well, who if we do end up in an apocalypse, she's got all the entertainment she
Oh,
needs. She
yeah.
don't need Netflix. She don't
Oh, yeah.
need she don't need Spotify. She's got her
Yeah.
DVDs ready to go,
Oh, totally. I have
wherever,
thought about that.
whenever. I don't have any DVDs. I don't think I own a single DVD, apart from some of my like school shows but like, video recording DVDs.
Yeah.
But no, like I'll have
Mhm.
nothing to watch. If I had some Scientology DVDs, at least I could watch those maybe,
During the apocalypse. Yeah.
during the apocalypse.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's truly the apocalypse, Kelly, you have to go to one of these secret underground vaults where L. Ron Hubbard's technology. And tonight, 6:30 Central Time, people, I'm going to be talking to Blow Drill, to Dylan Gill, and we're going to talk about this, the secret underground vaults in Scientology where they keep L. Ron Hubbard's technology engraved on titanium discs.
Yes. Aren't they so protected that they can like withstand being like launched into space and
Mhm.
coming back down to Earth and re-entering the atmosphere? That is
Yeah.
how special this stuff is.
That's what I have heard. That is what I have heard. Word on the street. They could be titanium. John's asking titanium DVDs. Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then they're in like big boxes and covered, like the oxygen's taken out of the
Mhm,
room and
mhm.
stuff. It's
Yes,
crazy. It's
yes.
absolutely crazy.
And they also put in there the player for it too, so you can play these titanium discs
What, like a
after the
record
apocalypse.
player?
With what technology? Oh, they're crank. Weren't they crank? Like you crank them and you know what? I'm gonna confirm all this with Dylan tonight. He's gonna give us the
My
tea.
God, yes. Tune in later, everyone. I will be
Yeah,
tuning in to hear about what this crank is all about.
6:30 Central Time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna talk about the crank. We're gonna talk about the titanium DVDs. We're gonna talk about all the underground secrecy.
Stunning.
All right. Well, I cannot believe we just went through an hour. That went so fast. I love doing
Was
this with
that an
you.
hour? Oh
That
my
was an
gosh, it
hour. Yeah.
was.
We were like, okay, let's keep it. Let's keep an eye on the time. But that went very fast. Is there anything you would like to say or add before we sign off?
I would like to say happy birthday to PTS for Life, Jeff's dog, whose name is Raz. And we should celebrate Philip Gale Day today instead of the
Cult
filthy,
leader's birthday.
disgusting cult leader who doesn't deserve to be remembered in any history books. The end.
Exactly. And based on the reviews that we just looked at, it does seem that Scientology is not doing a great job of giving L. Ron Hubbard the expansion that he so craved and wanted.
Exactly. And we're going to expand over here. We're going to do our own thing. Subscribe to us. Let us win the birthday game. Please.
Our gift, straight up in vertical expansion of all these SPTV channels.
Exactly.
All right, everybody. Kelly, hold on for a sec there. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. Please hit that like button on your way out and check both our channels and make sure you are subscribed. We absolutely would appreciate it. And again, catch me back here 6:30 p.m. tonight Central Time, where I'm going to be talking to Blow Drill Dylan Gill, and he's going to be spilling the tea about the confidential underground vaults that Scientology has. Oh. So everybody, I will see you in a few hours. Get out there and have an amazing cult-free day.